Hey yo, welcome back to another episode of Uncomfortable. I am your girl MuvaEsh, and I am sitting back with Aleysha. Right? I said it right. Ooh,
Yeah.
yes, girl. So let me just, publicly apologize because we recorded a whole video before, like last year, right? It was like,
Yeah. It was a while ago.
and it just never got released because of technical difficulties. So I like reached out to her. I'm like, hey girl, we need you back. Like I love the vibe. I need you back on here. What's up? She's like, yes, I'm down, and she's here.
Hey y'all, it's me. I'm Aleysha Trevay. I'm the host of the podcast This May Sting. So it's just an advice podcast. So you guys can hit that up. It's available everywhere. And I'm here with Mother Esh so we can talk.
Oh, okay, let's get right into it. So we're gonna just, check the temperature of the room, which is basically telling you, like, which is basically asking, how is your week going? How is your week, girl?
Shit, it's Groundhog's Day over here. I'm still in the UK, so we're still on lockdown. There's nothing open. You can go to the grocery store, to work, and back home. It's the same every day. Every week is the same, y'all. It's crazy.
Doing it, okay? Philly, first of all, the US tried to do that whole lockdown shit. People wasn't going for that. People was not going for that. People was trifling, okay? We want our fun. People was going crazy, okay? Just imagine being in the house every day, all day. I had COVID. So I had
Oh,
COVID. Yeah, I had COVID in April of last year. So I was in the house for 14 days, okay? I lost my mind. I just
yeah,
got it not so long ago.
that's crazy. So we've been on lockdown, y'all, for the better part of a year. I think we came off like for a total of 3 months, like here and there sporadically or whatever. But we've been on lockdown for a year. This shit is crazy. I am so ready to come back to the States. Like, this is not fun.
Vaccinations, like, are they offering you guys that?
Offering us what?
The vaccination.
Yeah, so they're vaccinating over here. So hopefully I can get my little vaccine soon because I plan on coming home at least for the summer. I want to come home for a couple months or about a month or so. And so I just want to get vaccinated before I come out there.
Vaccinated. You are pro vaccine.
Yeah, you not?
Thought about it. Then I was like, you know what? First, I was going to say no because, I just think the government is always up to something. But then I'm thinking, like, I mean, they already put chips in our debit card. You feel me? It's really not much that we getting away with. So I don't have no real reason to why not, right?
Yeah.
I don't have no real reason. So I feel like if it comes down to it, like, oh, you need a vaccination in order to travel to like Puerto Rico or stuff. Oh yeah, I take it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta take it to go to Mexico. Gotta take it to go to Dubai. Yeah, I'm gonna take it there because it's about traveling for me, so it's all good. And
Yeah.
plus, the people that have died, I don't think that they've died from the actual vaccine that I've heard of anyway.
No, I haven't heard that. I'm not a conspiracy theorist when it comes to vaccines, especially because when you do your research, they're not even really putting vaccines in places that are predominantly black. Like there's been so much controversy because the neighborhoods that need it the worst, getting hit hardest with COVID, they're ignoring those and they're going to like predominantly white neighborhoods. So I'm like, okay, I'm not believing no conspiracy theory because if that was the case, they wouldn't be giving it to all these white people.
I'm not really a conspiracy theorist person either, but I still don't trust the government. But that's
I
another
mean,
story.
as you should. Like, as you should. They have given us reasons not to trust them, and they know that shit. So,
Okay, so you say you had an overall the same week, right?
yes, but how was your week?
But I wanted to ask you, did you get any sex this week?
Yes, I have.
I got approved for my apartment. I'm moving.
Oh, congratulations!
Finally get to move in a downtown area of Charlotte that I've been wanting to move to for the longest because I do lash extensions. If y'all need your lashes done, y'all reside in Charlotte or Philadelphia, follow my lash page at Eyegasm by MuvaEsh. That's EYEGAZM by MuvaEsh. Yeah, so I do lash extensions and I kind of sort of want to be where the traffic goes, you know what I mean? with COVID, they opening up a little bit out here. So it's like more tourists may be able to come into the city and they might be able to explore on the outside. So I'm really excited about that. My first choice, first application got approved all in the same day. I was excited.
That's
So
good.
that made my week. That made my week. No, I didn't
Yeah.
get no dick either. I didn't get no dick. I am a 2021 version right now, girl. I am over here suffering.
That's
suffering.
wild because last year when we talked, you was just getting some.
Even deal with that boy no more. Like we broke up, but that is a whole different story. Like I'm a different person today, you know what I'm saying? Like I am glowing, shining, a whole different bitch. Like I don't even think I want that girl no more. I don't want that girl no more. So yeah, like yeah, it's a whole new year, whole new me.
I
That's what I
heard
want.
that. I like that.
You know, one day though, one day. Hopefully, you know, real soon, sooner than later. But
Mm-hmm.
I already know the process that I'm doing. Like I'm on a journey to like really, you know, I'm just on a different path in terms of sex right now. Like I feel like that's my Achilles heel when it comes to men, and I'm just working on that. You know what I mean? I'm recognizing that that's something that I really like doing, and that I really need to do with people that I like and that I know like me back.
I mean, yeah, that's all facts.
Sad. Like I don't do casual sex anymore. I made this announcement before, but casual sex, like I can't do it. I'm not built for it. I do understand that people are built for it, but I'm just not.
It's funny that you said that because that's been my motto forever. It's just basically do what your heart can handle. Like if you know you're not built for that, then don't get in that lane. That's not for you.
Having casual sex before because I was just like people would just make it seem like it's just sex. Like it's just sex, and that attitude about it is what fucks me up. So it's like when I try to take it, that's not my attitude about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried to really like put other people's attitude about it onto me, and I'm like, that don't even fit me. It don't fit me. Each like stay in your lane. Like it's alright.
Yeah, because it's not for everybody. Like some people can disconnect, from their emotions when it comes to sex and stuff like that, and other people can't. So I think it's a part of maturing when you know what you can handle.
Like what I say, new year, new me. Oh yeah, it's that level.
Well, yeah. I always like to see people evolve and elevate. That's the blessing. That's cute.
God for the elevation because woo, Lord knows. Okay, so we're gonna go to foreplay, which is like the word of the week, and the word today that I picked was cosplay. Have you ever heard of it?
Yeah.
You know what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. So for the people who don't know what cosplay is short for costume play. It refers to dressing up as one of your favorite characters from either pop culture and taking on a what is it? A persona of a person of that. So taking on that persona. So like kind of like role play. That's what I got from it.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Yeah.
No, I actually had someone write into my podcast about, I think her dude or something wanted to do cosplay, but he wanted to dress up as like some Star Wars character, something like that. This was months and months ago, but yeah. People are into it.
And then I'm trying to think of who would I let. Like the only when I think of Star Wars, I think of like Chewbacca or something.
That's
Like
all I that's all I know. Like I'm not gonna lie, I ain't never seen a Star Wars movie ever. So leave me out of it.
it's not somebody I want on me.
I was just like, okay. I don't know. Maybe Darth Vader. I don't know, child. But yes, that was one of the questions. So I'm familiar with cosplay.
But it though, have you ever role played before?
I don't think so. I don't think I have. And I'm not knocking it. I would love to. If I did, it wasn't nothing big. Like maybe like a do I know you stranger type shit.
It's more so about the scenery versus the actual person for you. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that I've never actually like put on a costume to do anything.
So who would you be?
If I had to put on a costume, who would I be? Oh, probably like Janet Jackson. Who would you be?
To dress up, I think I would be Cardi B.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think you can't go wrong with either one of those because both of them are super sexual, like women.
I would be definitely Cardi B because she nasty and I like being nasty.
Yeah, I think I'm more like the seductive. I don't know. I I be wanting to be like sexy.
You kind of favor her a little bit, the young Janet.
I wish.
A bit, I do see it. But okay, y'all. So if anybody out there is interested in cosplay, that is exactly what it is. You know, it's kind of like role play. It's real easy, simple. Just another word for it. And now we're gonna play game time.
Okay.
This is my favorite part of the show. I love playing games. This game we're gonna switch it up a little bit. We're gonna play the scenario game. Shout out to Cocktails. With Kiki and Medina. They like to play like scenario games, which is basically telling you scenarios and giving you three options, and you get to choose. You have to choose what you would do out of three
Okay.
options.
That's fun.
You used to date someone, but you no longer do. You had sex before, maybe years ago, and the sex was trash. That's it. That was the only reason. That was the only reason you needed to dip. You left. You left. You left him alone. Years on down the line, he comes back in your life, but not really. Like he coming back like he want to be back, but you're like, nah. Like you already wrote him off or whatever. And he wait, hold on. Talking to a person. Okay, and he, in terms of trying to talk to you, you told him like, hey, I'm not really that interested in you, and yada yada yada. And he's like, oh, so cool. We could be friends. Long story short, one day out of nowhere, he sends you a sex video of him and another girl because he was corny with you, and he wanted to show you that he's not a corny guy. In bed. So he sent you a video of just out of nowhere. When I say out of nowhere, it means very random. Like you haven't had a conversation with him in like over a month, and he just texts you out of nowhere like a sex video. So would you A, send a sex video back with your new boo and a bigger dick, right? B, ignore and block him. C, respond cursing him out, send him a video, and then block him. Which would you do?
Yo, I think I would just ignore and block him. Like I could not imagine giving some lame ass, weird ass nigga my energy like that. Like to me, that's just so fucking lame of you. And I feel like lame niggas like to do shit to get a reaction out of you. They want you to acknowledge them. And I'm so good at not acknowledging motherfuckers. Like I will ignore the fuck out of you. So,
Let me tell you that scenario.
what would you do?
It happened to a friend of mine.
Ah!
I told her, girl, don't even respond to it because it's corny.
It is corny.
Adding on to the corniness. Like, not only was that not you in the video, in the sex video that he sent the video of him and someone else out of nowhere, and then gonna say, "Oops, my bad," like it was a fucking accident. Like, how old are we? Like, bro,
that is so lame. That's so. But you know what? I've had niggas that I fucked with before send me videos of us. So they're like, I'm like, why are you sending me this shit? Like, what do you want from me?
Yo, you didn't know.
You said what?
You were aware, right?
Yeah, I know. I don't, but I know. So I'm kind of like, what do you want from me? Like, okay, you sending me this video for what? Are you telling me you gonna post it? You gonna put it somewhere? Okay, like I don't give a fuck. I don't know. I'm just kind of like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna ignore and block game because block game strong. You feel me? I got a block party going on right now. I'm telling you, like the list is long. I ain't playing with these niggas. I ain't playing.
Yo, I wonder what be going through their minds when they do shit like that.
when you don't feed somebody energy, they try to get it to you whichever way they think is works. Men, the way they think is really like it don't make sense. It's like a scramble, and I swear they just pick letters and put them together. Like they don't make sense.
Not at all. Like, oh, I'm gonna send this bitch. I'm gonna send my old bitch this video of me fucking this new bitch because when she see it, she gonna be mad. She gonna be like, oh, why would you send that to me? Blah blah blah. Or like, oh damn, you doing this? You ain't never do that to me. But oh, no real woman is going to have either one of those reactions, nigga.
Girl, anyway, moving on. Thank you for that message. Someone out there needed to hear it. Two. So you get a random cash app for $50 out of nowhere from a guy you used to. I wouldn't even say you used to date him. You probably talked to him here and there. You went out with him once. He don't really talk to you like that, but he sent you a random cash app. You know, you asked him what was this for, and he said, you know, because he missed you and he know you like money. Would you get you tell him to send money? You tell him to send more because that's not enough. B, thank him and then block him. And then block him.
Wait, what was the other one? What was the last one?
Back and block him.
Send it back and block him? The hell no. Okay, so what was
$50? Send it back.
$50. I'm not sending back $50. And no, $50 is not a lot, but it's still $50 that you sent me. So I'm not sending that shit back. Did we end on bad terms or no?
Y'all never really, y'all kind of just faded off. It wasn't really it's just you know how when you vibe with somebody and then you just know nothing is there, so you kind of just kind of like that. And I guess he don't want to fall back from you. He trying to make a point to, I guess, show that he somebody that you need to fuck with. I don't know.
So what I would do is I would accept it and not block him. I just wouldn't say shit. Because if you want to keep sending me money, you can keep sending me money, but I'm not going to encourage you to do so, and I'm not going to discourage you. I'm going to just collect it and keep going about my business.
I'm going to say thank you. You know you said this.
Yeah, I would say, that's why I'll be like, oh, thank you for this. And that's it. Like, we don't have to keep up no conversation, because I'm not going to make it seem like I want you to keep doing this because you have a chance. If I know you ain't got no chance, you just don't have a chance. What would you do?
Well, you know, it was a situation that happened to me, and I told him, "What the fuck is $50? Like, you know, I like money. You know what Meg said? If you miss me, make it a stack. You feel me? So like, you talking about you miss me, gonna send me $50? Like, nigga, bye. You know what $50 will get me? Maybe some milk and juice at the groceries. That's it. Like, I can't get my nails done. I can't get my toes done. I can't do nothing. Like, I think
you can't really do nothing with it, but it would just sit there. It would just sit there. I think I wouldn't. I would just let it sit there, honestly. And you know how when people request money, like maybe your family or friends or some shit, that'd be like the little $50 I send them.
I'm gonna get this to my mom. Girl, I was just like, like, you know, I get money. Like, I'm a good money girl. So if I get money, if I'm a girl that has her own business where I make a little bit of real money, $50 is not making an impression on me. So if an impression is what you was trying to get, that add another zero to that. Add another zero, and we can talk about it.
I mean, facts.
Yeah. So let me go ahead and get into the third scenario.
Okay.
So you're in a relationship with someone, and your birthday comes up, and he says, or he or she says, you know, I don't know what to do for your birthday because I don't know what to do. Y'all been dating for basically the whole year. You know, y'all birthday is actually in the same month. And yeah, that's what happened. So he basically didn't get you anything for your birthday because he said he didn't know what to do for your birthday. He didn't do anything for your birthday the whole nine. You just, you know, it's kind of sort of like he just didn't give a fuck, right? So would you A, in things. Some things are just not meant to be or worth it. B, work it out. Birthdays are that important to you. C, you can fill in that C choice. If you wouldn't do A and B, what would you do? C.
I would cut him off and we wouldn't talk anymore.
Then
what would you do?
Girl, remember that situation I was talking about earlier? Yeah.
Wait, I didn't hear the first part. What'd you say?
I said that was me. I said, remember earlier we were talking about how, like, you know, when we were talking last time we met up and how I was, you know, dealing with someone at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, when that time came and it was like, you know, nothing, I ended it.
Yeah, bro. Good job. Good job. Don't ever let anybody play with you like that because birthdays are important. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's what happened, and that's how it ended, literally. And it was like a wake up moment for me because you know I never expected something like that to happen, especially when you're with someone. You know, you are about their well being. You know, you're like trying to constantly make sure they're good, and you're like sharing. You know, y'all opinion, y'all share things about each other with each other, and you think that y'all on the same page, and you think that you know he's paying attention to you, like you're paying attention to him. And when it comes down to these small little or big, you know, situations, and it comes down to who they really are and how they show that they really care about you or don't care about you, it's like, you know, I had to really open my eyes at that point. And so I had to go.
Hey, it happens to the best of us. I'm glad you didn't allow yourself to stay in that situation any longer than you needed to.
It was fun while I lasted, that's for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like I had fun while I lasted, but yeah, I just felt like, you know, I deserve better than this. Cause it wasn't like, you know, cause it was my birthday, y'all. For those who are curious, it was me. It was me. I was dating someone and they didn't give me anything for my birthday. They didn't do anything special. The response was that, oh, I don't know what to do to make you feel special. I really felt crushed when that was said to me because I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
oh, he didn't even do like the bare minimum of like giving you money, taking you out to eat.
And went to his house and that was it.
Wait, you say y'all got food and went to his house? Nigga, that's a Tuesday night. Like, no.
Hurt, girl. I was so hurt. But I knew I was gonna break up with him after that night, and so I literally just went into it with like, I just need some dick before the end of the year because I know I'm about to go on this hiatus for a little bit because I ain't even gonna let nobody play with me like that. So I just was like, you know, I still got the dick because I needed some. I wanted some. That's what I did. So it's like I got what I wanted, and I just dipped. And you know, that's how that story goes. So yeah, I feel better and better now today, and you know that won't happen to me again. I can promise that.
Thank you. Thank God. Don't ever let no, but that's some crazy shit. What do you mean you don't know what to do for my birthday? He know you like money. He could at least came roll through with a stack. Yo, I ain't know what to give you, so here goes some money. Here go this. Here go that.
Seriously, because I felt like I did everything. Like, you know what I mean? Like I did everything that you could possibly do right. Which is why when I left, I didn't feel bad. It like the attachment, because we were so attached, it was a little harder to, you know, move forward and get over it. But I knew I was doing the right thing. It felt right to my soul, and it didn't make me feel bad like, oh, I'm overreacting or anything. I literally felt the way I felt, and I made sure I standing on that, and then that was it.
Right.
And by the way, he still got his birthday gift because what I had got for him. Hold on one second, because can't move. Sorry, y'all. I have a cat, and this motherfucker was just tearing my legs up. Like, oh my god. But yeah, I just kicked them out. Let me actually close the door. But yeah, so you know, it's just one of those things where you know you live and learn. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say.
So wait. No, you said he still got his gift. Was his birthday after yours or before yours?
My birthday was on a Sunday. His birthday was on a Friday. That following Friday.
And you gave him his gift?
been ordered it. What I had got him was something that was custom made, and therefore it was already getting shipped to his house. It was not like, you know, I hand delivered it or anything.
Oh, that would have pissed me off.
Made it is the, you know, my intentions are always pure whenever I do anything for anybody. So I felt like, you know, I didn't hate it. I really didn't. I really was like, I bought it for him. He can get it. That's fine. You know what I mean? But that was the last thing that he was ever gonna get from me.
You know what? I'm sitting up here talking shit, but I've done that with the ex like years and years ago when I didn't know any better. Um, I got them something for my birthday, but he didn't give me anything for mine. I got him something for his birthday. I'm sorry, and he didn't give me anything for mine. And I ain't never talked to that nigga. So yeah, after that.
And that's not the first time. This is the first time that has happened to me to a degree of that's my nigga. But yeah. I've dealt with men before who's done that to me, and I did leave them alone after that. But I felt like because I allowed you to be my man, like that was a little deep for me. So it was like, you know, it hurt a little deeper. But I'm over it today.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I'm yawning, but not because it's just late, y'all, and I'm tired. But I'm good.
Excuse her.
No, it's not. I feel so bad, like, because people are like, oh my gosh, she up there yawning.
For me, I really do. So, but we just gonna get through these topics, and then we're gonna do an advice question, and then we'll be good.
All right, you good.
Okay, you're not in the U.S., but in the U.S., Joe Biden signed a stimulus bill for everybody to receive $1,400. So it's $1,400 per person, and if you have any dependents, $1,400 each. So if you have, so for me, for example, I have a son, so I'm getting $2,800 whenever it comes. People literally, he signed this bill on, I want to say Thursday. People got their money on Thursday. People got their money on Friday. I was like, damn, Joe, look at you. They call him Moneybag Joe.
I mean, I'm still getting mine, even though I'm not in the U.S. right now. I'm still a U.S. citizen, and I still pay my taxes, so I still get my shit. Yeah.
Period. So yeah, shout out to Joe. I just wanted to say, like, you know, I appreciate it. Just put it on you know, I'm not one of those people that'll ever be too good for any type of money that, you know, that we ain't have to work extra hard for. You know what I'm saying? So I hope everyone be very smart with their money. If you want to get your lash extensions done, you know, go to iGasm by my page. Go ahead and click that link on that bio. You will not be disappointed. Go ahead and go get stimulated over here. So yeah,
I'm glad you said that, because I hate when people try to get on the internet and tell people what to do with their money. Like, do what you want to do with your money. Do what you want to do with it, because at the end of the day, nobody else on this internet is paying your bills. So do what you want to do.
Your business first. First of all, that's it. But if you don't want to handle your business and you do want to splurge, come to me.
Everybody getting so much money, bills should be paid now.
It's like they're signing more, where like if you have a child, you get a monthly check.
Yeah.
So that should be starting in the summertime, I believe. So, you know, shout out to him for making these moves. We appreciate him. So I wanted to jump a little bit about marriage. How do you feel about marriage?
I've heard about marriage.
What's your opinion about marriage? Did you always want to get married?
No, I did not always want to get married. I honestly went to therapy. I was in a relationship for 4 years, and that was one of the big issues, is that I didn't want to get married. And so I went to therapy, not necessarily about that, but while I was in therapy, you know, that came up and things of that nature. And it kind of changed my view, learning more about myself and why I thought the way I did. Because I thought I knew, but I really didn't know, like, where it stemmed from. I thought I knew, but I didn't. So, yeah, now I'm like, I'm pro marriage, you know, with the right person. And even if it, what happened?
What was your original thought? Do you remember?
Yeah. My original thought was like, I'm not getting married, period. Fuck that. I'm not having no legal ties with nobody. I'm not signing my name on no dotted line. Like, I do not want the government to come in and say anything about me, or if we divorce now, I gotta pay you some money or anything like that. Like, I was like, hell no, I'm not doing none of that shit.
What are your views now?
It's like, I mean, I'm straight because everything that I was concerned about, it can be mitigated through legal documents and stuff like that. So, because I have a son, right? So I was like, I have a son. I'm not marrying his father, so I don't want anything to happen to me and say my house that's supposed to go to my son. Now he has to fight for that, or the things, my assets aren't protected, because I got married, and now my son is like out here assed out. But I sought legal advice and things like that. So it's like, I'm cool on that. I just wasn't cool with the, like, all the legalities surrounding marriage. Not the monogamy and all that shit. I'm cool with that. I just was like, ooh, I don't want to sign my life to somebody else. But what about you?
Well, for me, I'm pro marriage, of course. Well, not of course, but I am, surprise, surprise. Yes, Aisha does want to get married, I do, because I like the thought of building with someone and building your foundation and creating a home with someone. My parents are married. Um, it was rocky, it made me think that I didn't want to get married, but I do know that you're not your parents, nor are you anybody else's situation. You know what I'm saying? I create my own outcomes when it comes to anything that I do in my life. And I truly believe that. So therefore, now that I'm in the space of really, truly dating with intention, that's my intention, is to eventually start and find someone who, is on my level in terms of the thoughts and thinking. And eventually I do want to get married, because I do have a son and I'm not getting married to his dad. So I do want that foundation in order for me to continue to build, because I don't mind fucking just one person. Okay.
Yeah.
I love that, actually. So, which is, hence the reason I don't do casual sex, because it's like I need consistency. So, having that bond and, like you said, the legal papers beside it, I feel like I'm gonna be a rich bitch. So if a prenup is what I need to do, then that's what I'm gonna do. So there are ways to protect yourself. For example, like the reason why I bring that up is because I know that right now in the media, Kim Kardashian is about to get her third divorce, right? She
I
been
think
married
third.
3 times, or she was in a relationship. I don't know if she been married 3 times. I know this is for sure her second marriage, right? Because she was with that guy for 30 days or whatever. Um, for her, it's like, she has so many things that she's done with Kanye West and with the kids, and that could be very messy. You know what I mean? But again, it just goes back to me saying how we're not them. You know what I mean? Like, just because some people get divorced, that doesn't scare me from marriage. Getting a divorce doesn't scare me from marriage, because I do believe that people do grow apart. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like if it feel like this is what's best for us, it's not that bad of a thing. People say, like, divorce is such a bad thing. Not to say that you should go into a marriage thinking you're gonna get divorced, but if you need to, there's no need to stay in a marriage because you're scared of divorce. That don't make no sense either.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely a pro marriage thing, marriage isn't going anywhere for anybody. Like, people are still getting married. I'm more so about the marriage than the actual wedding.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with a lot of those statements. I think that, I don't know, I've never really cared so much about building with anyone else because I built all my shit myself, you know? So when I get with somebody, I want them to be established. Like, mind you, I'm in a relationship now. My girlfriend and I are getting married this summer, actually. But she's
I didn't even know that, y'all. Just know I did not know that, okay?
but she's established, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's established. She graduates with her PhD. She graduates with her PhD this May. So we already have steps going towards, our foundation is already set. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, all right, yeah, we can continue to build, but even if we were apart, we would still be like made women, self-made women. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of, I think that's cool. So the fact that you already know, like in your head, you like, I'm already gonna be a rich woman. Period. Like I'm already like you're already like, this is my life, this is my trajectory. That's what I like to hear. I hate for people to be like, yo, I've had friends who was like, I don't really want to buy a house without a husband. I really don't want to do this if I'm not married. And I'm just like, you want to stall your life out because you're not married? That's crazy.
Is this? I'm not holding back my life till I get married now. Marriage is a thing, meaning if it's an opportunity and the time fits and it's right, yeah, I'm gonna do it. But I ain't gonna stop my life because I'm not with no man. First of all, I'm me by myself alone, carrying it. Okay, true carrier.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, like I ain't worried about it, but I like the thought of building with someone because everything is always better when it's two minds in it. Like certain guys are good at certain things that I'm not good at, and that's where I feel like it'll fit, it'll work out. You know what I mean? It's not to say that you start from scratch. It's actually funny that you said that you want someone who's already established because that brings me on to the next topic, which has about the B Simone video. I'm not sure if you're aware. I'm gonna insert the clip in between here. But basically what she says is that, if you asking for all these demands and what you want in a man, but you don't even have that yourself. So for example, she was like, if you saying you want a healthy man, like you need to get in the gym. Like you saying you want a rich man, but you broke. You need to da. What are your thoughts about that?
So I am not a fan of B Simone, not because of the messages that she puts out. I think that people her how can I put this? I think her messages are cool. Like what she says is cool. The way she says it is always fucked up. But I understand what she means. I understand what she's saying. And I'm just not a fan of hers because it's a personality thing. I just don't like. But I think what she's saying is right. But it's nothing that we haven't already heard before. Like you can't want more than what you are yourself. You can't want somebody to have all these aspects about themselves and but you're sitting here struggling. Like that's crazy.
Trick, because that's what she was practically saying.
She said what?
To become what you want to attract. Because that's what she's
Yes, I do. I agree. I think that's like saying I want someone or I want a man of God, but I never go to church. I never do anything like I'm not spiritual whatsoever. I'm not religious, but I want a religious man. Where the fuck I'm gonna find him? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like that. Or it's like I want someone who's super fit and healthy and who cares about this, that, and the third. But I'm not doing any of that myself. Like, no, how are you gonna attract that?
My opinion, I don't necessarily agree with that. Like, I don't necessarily agree with the fact that you have to become what you attract in terms of the real core things. Because being fit, that's anything. Like, that's not a real substance when it comes to who the person is. You feel me? Like, I feel like when it comes to who people are, what they do shouldn't affect how you date them. You know what I mean? Because, like, for example, how many times have we heard stories about men who date waitress, who date, like, I'm talking about high status men who date someone who don't have a job. Like, how many people have we seen do nothing and now they're a wife and now they rich and live in luxury? Like, some men don't even want a girl who has a job. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah, but
I
she's not
don't agree
talking
with the
about those
notion.
women. She's not talking about those men. Because some people, she's not talking about the people like that, people who don't really care. But for the people who do care, who do say, I want this and I want that, then yeah, I think you have to put yourself in a position like that. And I think even like being fit and healthy, because I know some diehard vegans, like they're vegan to their core, you know what I'm saying? And they only will date someone whose lifestyle mimics theirs. So I'm kind of like, I get it.
In terms of not because it's like, oh, a better choice than people, but I think it's a convenience thing. It's like
Mm-hmm.
easier to go out with someone who eats like you do. It's easier to do these things. I don't think it has to do with, oh, because I don't like them. I don't think that has to do with it. I think it's not a personality thing. I think it's a convenience thing.
I think I've
Because no
I've
one is
always
really looking at a girl like, oh, she ain't got no job. I ain't fucking with her. Because niggas, who the fuck, real only users give a fuck about niggas, about girls that do jobs like that. Because really, Men take care of the people that they care about anyway.
I'll say this. You have to have something, there has to be something there, that's going to attract you to that person or whatever. And if you don't have standards besides looks, because a lot of men, they only want a bad bitch on their arm. She might can't cook, clean, or do her taxes. That don't mean nothing to them. Like, is the vibe, are we vibing? All right, cool. Is the sex good? All right, cool. That's fine for them. For me, I'm not like that. Like, you gonna have to have something. Like, I'm not going to date anyone who's my opposite. We have to be a lot alike. So
for me, I kind of agree with that in terms of dating someone who's like you, because that has a lot to do with just compatibility. Like,
yes,
even if they're not like you, they fit in ways you don't. So like I was saying earlier about how when you have guys that are good at certain things, you know what I mean? Like, I do a lot of podcasting and shit. So if I met a guy who's really good in the technical field, we match already.
mm-hmm.
We match because you can help me. It's just about benefiting people, benefiting each other. That's just how I look at it.
Yeah. I mean, I think you're right. I think there's some truth to everything, and there's a good common ground with everything. But I don't know. I am not a fan of Beast Mode. So
Give a fuck about that bitch.
I'm just like, anytime I hear her name come up, I'll be like, all right, like, why is y'all taking advice from fucking Beast Mode? Like, I don't know, and I don't have anything against her. Like, I don't even know this woman.
Like, they were saying, like, you shouldn't even take advice from someone who doesn't have it together themselves. So, no shade, girl. No shade.
I'm just like,
okay.
What am I doing?
Right along to advice. This is my favorite part as well, along with game time. So if y'all have any questions, concerns, or advice that y'all would like to ask me, send them in at xmothereach@gmail.com, and we'll be sure to read it on the show, and we'll give you the advice that we think you should do. So today, hey girl, dear Mother Each. She said, dear Mother Each. Have you ever had a friend who isn't as supportive of you as she is of her other friends? I see my girlfriend telling her friends how lovely and amazing they are, pursing their brands and buying, but with me, she doesn't do that. For the past couple of years, I've been there for her birthday and even flew out and surprised her one year. I get nothing from her. It's not about tangible things either. It's just showing love, I guess. She doesn't really hit me up anymore, and I have been communicating. Does she seem like a hater, or am I tripping? What's your thoughts, girl? What's your thoughts?
I think that honestly, this is something that could be communicated. Like, y'all could sit down, have a conversation. I think you could tell her how you feel without, being accusatory or attacking her or anything like that.
With a topic. So, for example, your podcast, you have a podcast and you see how your other friends are supporting your other friends, but when it comes to your podcast, they're not posting it, they're not sharing it, they're not liking it, they're not showing you. You don't feel the same energy.
I've had that happen. Yeah, I've had that happen with actually my best friend. We've been best friends for like almost 10 years, and she just wasn't doing that shit for me. And at first I was upset, and I was like, bro, what the fuck? Like, I see you doing this and that for everybody else. And then it just kind of like, I could have got mad. I could have like went off and shit. But then I was just like, I don't need you to share anything. I don't need you to show love in that type of way. If that's just not something you're gonna do, then don't do it, because I just have so many other people showing me love anyway. So I'm not gonna lie, I haven't had the conversation with my friend yet. I've just kind of let it fizzle out, because I know that if I were to approach it, I'm not at a spiritual level yet. I got some growing to do. So and I don't want to lose my friend. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to lose my best friend. So I don't know. I'm gonna take my advice. I'm gonna get this advice, and I'm gonna take it for myself, for real. So what we both gonna do, me and her, me and the person who wrote in, we gonna sit down with our friend, tell them how we've noticed the lack of support and how they've supported others, and it hurts our feelings. Let's be honest. You know, it hurts our feelings, and I just want to know: is there a reason why you don't give me the same support, or am I thinking too much into it? You know, I don't. What do you think?
My opinion is I actually have gone through this before. I'm trying to think, have I ever really said something to people? Yes, I think I've said it in like a sideways way, like not really directly. So for example, like I have a friend who I just be coming out like, bitch, you don't post my shit. Like, you know, I'll come out like that. Like I'm like real crazy about it because it be like the same people. This one particular friend, I I support, you know what I mean? Everything that she does. And so when I see her support other people, or she'll even ask me for stuff when it comes to coins, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I will say, like, bitch, you don't help put money in my fucking pocket. Leave me the fuck alone. Stop asking me for money. I'm literally saying this to her. Like, literally. Like, I remember one time she said something to me. Oh, do you want to go half on this and that? I'm like, bitch, you're not putting money in my pocket. Don't ask me about no money. Period. Because I just feel like sometimes if you're not the type of friend that are helping your friends grow in their business, you should not ask them about no money. Period. That's not that friend that you go to. If you want to be a key friend, be a key friend. Don't come to me when you stuck in a situation and you know my business is the one that's bringing me in the funds that you need right now. Hell no, that don't make sense to me. So yes, when that happened, I voice texted and I said it just how I told you guys. It is support is so like simple. Support
Mm-hmm.
is so simple nowadays when it comes to reposting. And when I first started my podcast, I used to trip every time, especially when it comes to like creating your own business. So even when it's just my lash business, I had my lash business first. So my lash business, my podcast, I'm watching to see who support. I get way more supporters from people who are not my friends, right? I don't know why that is. I feel like maybe I need better friends. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's a problem for me. Because when it comes to my friends and the way that I look at them, it's different. You know what I mean? And so lately, what I've done is just basically try to look at friendships the same way I do with like relationships. Hold them to a standard.
Mm-hmm.
Don't budge about it. Because at the end of the day, everything is a relationship. And regardless, whether it's friendship, boyfriend, somebody you want to fuck, whatever. It's all a relationship thing and it's all a communication thing. So my advice to you is to say something. Say
Yeah.
something. Maybe she's not aware. Maybe she's one of those people who are just and I don't believe that people aren't aware. Like I really can't say, but I do think that people aren't aware of how you feel. So if you don't say anything, they might not think that it bothers you, and therefore they're not going to change what they do. But if you decide to speak up, if you decide to say, hey, I'm not even going to bring up what you do for other people because I always think that that throws a type of negative in there. So I'm just going to tell you what you do, what you don't do for me, and tell you how that makes me feel, and you can move on from that. So I'll
Yeah.
be like, hey, I just started my business, and you see I'm out here promoting, but I noticed that you have not once shared my stuff, and that doesn't make me feel good. And then
Yeah.
I will go from how you feel about that, That'll be the discussion, the mature discussion. Now, if it goes from that to, bitch, I always support you and da da da, back and forth, that's too much energy for me. And it's not necessary from a friend. You know what I mean? That's just saying that she's not the type of friend that's going to support you. And you can keep her around for whatever she's useful for. But I am a true believer that anybody who's in your life needs to be useful in some way, shape, or form. So if you
Yeah.
have friends in your life that are not useful, you need to get rid of them. That's it.
No, I definitely agree. And then I start thinking like, yo, I wonder if it's like some jealousy behind that. Like maybe they wanted to do some things that you're doing. Huh?
She asked. She said, "Is she a hater or what?"
Yeah, I think she could be. Like, and that's one thing I have to realize. Like sometimes your friend, or not just your friend, no, hell yeah, your friends be, they may want to do some things, or they be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this. But then when you really start doing it and they like kind of stagnant in their lives, then now they feel some type of way. Like, oh, you really bossed up and did this, or you said you was gonna do this and you actually did it, and they ain't do shit, and now they feel some type of way. They're a little salty, so it could be all them.
Let me tell you, because as long as you stay on your shit, the support is going to come eventually. Mm-hmm. It's just going to come a little late, which is fucked up, but it's going to come. But pay attention to the people who come later to the show when they had first row seats. You know, pay attention to those people because they're not really down for you. They down for the ride, and that's important to separate. Like, that's definitely important to separate. They see you, oh, you get X amount of followers, or you get posted by this person, that person, or other people are showing mad love, and now they feel away like, damn, I should have been showing them the same love, but I didn't. I chose not to. And now because I'm getting all this vibe and all this energy and all this fame, you want to come hop on my wagon. It's too late, boo-boo. Ain't no room.
Yeah, facts. And you know, that's just so crazy to me though. Like, I can, now that we're talking about this, I can name people who I've been friends with for over a decade. And it's kind of like, bro, you don't show me no love. Or if you do show me love, it's fake. It's after somebody else has already said something, or after I'm already getting love on a picture or something, then you're going to pop in like, I don't know how I feel about that.
And like I said, pay attention to those people because there are friends who do support you back to back to back. And those are the people who you should only give a fuck about. Don't even spend your energy worrying about the people who ain't supporting you. Spend your energy worrying about the people who are supporting you, and I promise that will take you a lot further than where you are right now. Because thinking about the people who don't support you will put you at a low, and you don't want to be there. Think about the people who support you. I promise you're gonna go up, sis.
Yeah, and if you a bad friend, like, you know, you a bad friend. Like, don't sit here and be like, who, me? Like, yes, if you listening to this and you know, like, you know, if you're being a bad friend to someone because you feel some type of way, like, you need to let that shit go. You need to stop being a hater, grow the fuck up, and get on your shit. Like, find something that you want to do. Let your friend inspire you, but don't ever sit there and just be a bad friend because you feel some type of way. Like, that is so childish. That is so childish. Because like you said, it's nothing to support someone these days.
It's all about communication, one, and it's all about maturity, two. Some people aren't good friends, and they've never heard that before. So if they don't ever think that they're a bad friend, and they've never heard it, it's okay. They might lash out, but as long as you speak your piece, you're good.
Yo, since we're talking about friends, let me tell you this situation that happened. This ain't got nothing to do with nothing, but I'm going to say it anyway, because it kind of fits into everything that we've talked about on this episode. So last year, my best friend, we've been best friends since like 2012, 2013. My best friend didn't tell me happy birthday, right? And so I was like, I had noticed that she was on Snapchat that day. She was on Facebook. She was everywhere. She was all on social media. So she knew it was my fucking birthday, right? But she didn't say anything. She didn't tell me happy birthday. So I was like, all right. So the next day I had posted on Facebook. I made a little status like, oh, you know, if you alive today and you didn't tell me happy birthday yesterday, then you dead to me. And so she had texted me and she was like, oh, well, I guess I'm dead to you. I'm sorry. Happy birthday. And so I was mad. So we started like going back and forth because I was like, yeah, because there's nothing that you could have done. Like, you was on social media all fucking day. You had your phone in your hand all day and you did not tell me happy birthday. For what? It was because she was beefing with her nigga. She was like, well, I was going through it yesterday and I just didn't feel, you know, like I wanted to burden you with my problems on your day. That was the most selfish shit I had ever heard in my life, bro. Like, this is probably like one of our few arguments that we've ever had. But we fell out. Like, I like cuss out. We was not speaking because I'm just like, how dare you do some shit like that? Like, you're my best friend. You already ain't buy me shit or nothing like that. The least you could say is happy birthday or do a shout out post or whatever. So I think we give our friends a lot of leeway because if she was a nigga, I would have never spoke to her again. Huh?
Did y'all make up after that?
We made up. You know, she apologized. She apologized multiple times and stuff like that. And her birthday came around and I could have been petty and not said nothing, but I wasn't. I was like, I gave her a little birthday shout out, posted the pictures and all that stuff, said cute shit. Because I was like, I could be petty And I could be like, bitch, you ain't say shit. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna show you how good friends treat their friends.
Right. Especially, I feel like that was also important because y'all already discussed it. So it's no longer necessary to hold on to shit that you already discussed. If you already discussed, bitch, don't let it happen again. That's it.
Yes.
Forward. I have to let go of I have to let go of how I felt because we already have a conversation of it, and I chose to forgive you. So if I choose to forgive you, I can't do that. I can't do that. So yeah, I get what you're saying because girl, that has happened. It wasn't a best friend per se, but I've had situations where my friends done cut some shit, and I'm just like, bitch, you're lucky I love you, and I don't want to lose you today. But try it again, I'm gonna lose you. Because honestly, I think, like I said, we need to hold our friends at the same accountabilities as we do these niggas. Because let me tell you, it's all the same. It's all the fucking same. These are all boundaries. These are all standards that you have to set for each other. These are okay. You are allowed to hold people accountable for the way they treat you. That's just bottom line.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
For
that's
sure.
whoever. That's on period. Mary had Lynn. But yes, girl, I appreciate you for staying up and rocking with a bestie. You know where they can find you at, sis.
Yo, you can hit me up on Instagram at Aleysha.treve. It's ALEYSHA.treve. You can also find me on Spotify, Apple, wherever you listen to your podcast at. Just hit me up at This May Sting. It's a real ass advice podcast. And if you have questions that you want me to answer on the show, you can email me at thismaystingpodcast@gmail.com.
As y'all know, I am your girl, MuvaEsh. Y'all can follow me at MuvaEsh on all social media platforms. And, once again, if you want to spend your stimulus to get your lashes done, you feel me? I'm in Charlotte and I'm in Philly. iGasm by MuvaEsh. That's EYEGAZMBYMUVAESH. And y'all can follow my podcast page. That's Uncomfortable Podcast. That's UNCUMFORTABLE podcast on Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. And y'all can listen to me everywhere. YouTube included. You feel me? I'm getting the hang of this Zoom. This is my second Zoom episode. Like, for real, for real. So I'm getting the hang of it. You feel me?
Okay.
But yes, y'all, go ahead and make sure y'all check out Aleysha. She was rocking with me today. It's been real. And I think I'm on an episode of hers, right?
Yeah. You are on an episode of mine. One of them I didn't publish because we're gonna have to redo that one. I'm gonna redo one of them. But we're gonna I'm moving to Maryland at the end of the year. So we're gonna have to link up and do an in-person one. It's gonna be so fun.
Yeah, we gonna link up. She said it, y'all. I recorded it. All right, y'all, we gonna go to it. You feel me? But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in for another episode, and I appreciate y'all for rocking with me every week. I see y'all next week. Hot chala.